Hey plant friends, so today I am going to be repotting a few of my newest plants that I got. A lot of them I got like a couple months ago, so I'm going to be repotting. And then I have my big micans that needs to have some fresh soil, so we're going to be doing that and giving you a life update. It's been a while since I posted. There's been a lot of things going on, mostly just me adjusting to having a new addition to my family. I did try to post right after I had them, but there's just a lot of things going on. And adjusting with 4 kids, well, he's my 4th, so adjusting with that 4th one is it's harder than I thought, you know. Like each kid just adds its own new challenge. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that while I repot some things. So first, I think we're gonna do this Latophia. And y'all know I can't say things, so anything that I list or say, I'm going to put, you know, somewhere around here, so y'all know. Anyway, if you follow me on Instagram, then you probably know that, and I just mentioned it already, that 2 of my kids started school this year. Last year, you know, a bunch of our kids were going to school online. So 2 of my kids started this year, and just helping them to adjust. And you know, the new baby has been, you know, quite a challenge. Okay, so just a second, but this is a Hoya Latophia. I got it as an import from Indonesia, and I was waiting to repot it before until it got new leaves, and it recently shot these 2 newer leaves out. Let's see if you can see it. Yeah, so this stem right here is a new, like, it's growing a new stem, but these 2 are the newer leaves, and this is how big it is. It's huge. It's a little better. I turned on my ring light just to help, since a lot of the light is coming from here. This is my best window. This is why all my plants are right here. But yeah, this is a Hoya Latophia, and I got it as an import from Indonesia. Can't remember. It's been a while. It's been at least like 4 or 5 months, I feel like. And I was waiting until it got some new growth before I repotted it, just to show me that it's adjusting well. And also I can't see the roots because I have it in this cash pot. It doesn't have any drainage, and it's been sitting in sphagnum. But this stem right here is the newest stem, and it has 2 leaves coming out from the stem, so that's how I know, like, it's ready to be potted, and I'm gonna give it some nutrients. So I'm just gonna loosen it up. I do feel some of either the sphagnum or the roots sticking to the side, so I'm just gonna go in here and loosen it up a little bit, just to help me get it out. I want to repot it without causing too much damage. Oh yeah, it has a really good amount of root growth. So here, the lighter stems are the roots, and it's got some good root growth, like all around. It's root bound. Wow, I did not expect it to look like that. It looks so good. I need to stop and take a picture for my Insta though. Okay. I know we got to take a good Insta for the plant pics. It looks so good. I'm so excited. I did not expect that much rootage. It's like, you know how us plant people be root porn. It looks so good. I'm so excited. This makes me happy because I know the roots are in good shape. It's grown, I mean, obviously because it's grown, you know, it has new growth. And what I'm doing is I am trying to get the sphagnum off right here, like towards the base of the plant, so that way I don't do too much damage to the roots that it's attached to on the outside. I'm just going to work my way slowly around it and just massage it out. I know the roots can handle it, but it's going to be introduced to soil, and I don't want to do put too much shock on it. So I'm just going to try to take my time. And I know we all get kind of like antsy. We want to just rip it out. But, you know, let's be gentle with it. Take our time. But yeah, I'm really happy about this. Yeah, so two of my younger kids. So I have a 12-year-old. If you're new to this channel, I have a 12-year-old. I have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old. So the 4 and 6-year-old started school in person this year. My 12-year-old has obviously had both experiences, and she's adjusted really well. You know, I'm really proud of her. And my 2 younger ones, this is their first time like in person in school. My son, we tried the online school, the virtual school last year, but he just needs a little extra help, and it just wasn't working for him, and it doesn't work for everybody, and that's okay. So he was supposed to start kindergarten last year, and we decided just to wait until this year to have him start, since he is going to need some of that extra help, and he needs that in-person stimulation. So yeah, just with that. And my 4-year-old, she's adjusted really well. She's an extrovert. And everybody loves her. She's like the main character of our family. So Malia, if you go on my Instagram, you might see them in my stories. I don't really post them too much, because you know, the internet and kids. But what I do post, it's mainly her, because she loves to be in front of the camera. Just, you know, he's loving school, but I had to do speech therapy when I was younger, and that's something that he's gonna have to do as well. It seems to be that we have a lot of the same education, I don't want to say issues, but we have a lot of the same roadblocks, if you would say. So we're just working, you know, with him adjusting to school, and then it's only been like a month since they started school, and we're also trying to get him the help that he needs. So that's just been you know, what we have been going on. And then also, so I'm just working my way, letting all the sphagnum out. I want to try to reuse a lot of this. I reuse my sphagnum, and honestly, I'm probably not going to purchase any more sphagnum from what I have now, because from what I've been reading, it's not environmentally friendly. So I'm going to try to switch to a different propagating media. So here you see, I want to show you guys, but there's like some black netting, and that happens a lot with the plants that I import, and I'm assuming that's how they propagate their plants. So yeah, so with Enoch, back to Enoch. Sorry, my mind is all over the place, y'all. But with Enoch, he is just, you know, he's doing well, and we're just trying to find him the support team, his support team in school. So I'm really proud of him, because he's adjusted a lot better than I was really nervous. You know how mamas are. I was really nervous when he was starting school, because he doesn't talk a lot for his age, and I was just really nervous about, you know, what if he can't find friends or things like that. But the kids there are pretty nice, and they are, you know, he's still making friends. So these are really great kids, so I'm proud of him too. Yeah, I'm just massaging this out. And then with that, between my kids that are in school and then my 6-month-old, yeah, I'm just like parent pickup, parent drop off, like I'm running around 24/7. So my husband actually finally had a day off, so I am lucky enough to get to film. And I haven't been working too much. Like I said, if you're new to here, you might not know this, but I'm self-employed. So I specialize in couture garments, embroidery, and custom apparel. But I've taken some time off. I pretty much have decided that I'm going to be taking off, holding off taking clients until my son has like turned 1, because he just needs a lot more attention. I'm breastfeeding, and I know that I can pump, but it's just, you know, with me working from home, I get to be able to make that decision, and that's awesome for me, and it works for my family. I think this is as much as I'm going to get off. So yeah, I think some of the roots did come off, and I think I might cut this. There's like some really old, maybe some old roots. I think I'm gonna clean it up and cut around there. And sometimes when you repot, you may run into something like this, especially with Hoyas. that's the sap. Like if we were to cut ourselves, we bleed. That's basically like their plant blood. And that's nothing to worry about. It happens when you repot. But yeah, so right now my main clients that I'm still keeping are my local dance team that I work with. I work with the local dance team, KC Fusion, and I can link their information down below. They're an awesome dance team. The girls there are so talented, and I'm so proud of them. So if you're in Kansas City and you're looking for something for like your kid, you can take them there. But make sure when you mess with plants, you sterilize your tools. This is already clean, so I'm not gonna worry about it. But and all this is dead because I don't see any sap coming out, so that's good. I can just clean it up. But yeah, I'm just gonna be taking them on and just focusing on them with a few orders here and there. Probably just from my repeating clients. I'm not really taking any new clients. It's just, there's just too much going on right now in my personal life, and I just want to focus on my kids and make sure that they're getting the attention that they need. And you know, because adjusting, like, you don't think about like how hard adjusting to like school life is, like when you're an adult. At least I feel like maybe our generation of parents didn't really think too much, and now that people have accepted that like mental health is a thing even for kids, I just want to make sure that, you know, I'm there for them if they have anything going on. Even as young as, you know, kindergarten, they still have, you know, pressures and things like that. So I just want to make sure I'm there. So yeah, that's all clean. And then another fun thing, both of our cars basically broke down within a week of each other. And they both, well, one car, it needs like a couple of, they're like little issues, but it's like a lot of little issues, and then one is like a major issue. So like we've been trying to figure out what we're gonna do. Like, oh, the one with the smaller issues, of course we're gonna just repair it because, you know, just a lot of small issues. But the one with the bigger issues, we're just trying to figure out what's the best move for us and our family. So yeah, that's gonna look cute. So yeah, aside from that, everything's been really good, especially since I've just like accepted that I'm gonna take off, because I'm the type of person, like, it's really hard for me not to work. I've been working since I was like 15, so for me not to do any work, and I worked with my other kids, but you know, the more kids you have, the more I feel like it takes more out of you. You have to have, you know, you have to be available for 4 kids, like, whew. Yeah. And you know, I'm not saying that it's their fault, but I'm just like, you know, the realization of parenthood, like, you have to be emotionally available for 4 human beings, and then on top of your partner, make time for them. So yeah. And okay, so with my soil mix, it's pretty much, I have a video on it, and it's pretty much the same. There's just a few products that I've switched out. I do have a little bit of perlite in it, but for the most part I'm starting to switch over to a chunky perlite. And then I do have a chunkier orchid bark, charcoal, and still the same black gold soil, but I do add more of the pumice and the orchid bark to give it a more aerated soil, because a lot of my plants are Hoyas, so they need that, you know, they definitely need that, oh, I'm trying to wrap it around. They need that aerated soil mixture. I'm gonna need a long, or maybe I should put a U-hoop. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna be putting a huge trellis just because it's a little bit taller and I feel like it needs a little bit more stabilization. So we're gonna be doing that. Or I might just add both just to help it give it, because the leaves are pretty heavy and I don't want it to fall. Yeah, and with this plant, the leaves get huge. Like the leaves are like the size of my hands, and from here to here, my hand is about 6.5 or 7 inches. So yeah, you want to make sure that you have that support for your Hoyas. And also, like with Hoyas, they tend to shoot out their I can't think of the name right now. They shoot out a stem before they shoot out the leaf. So in order for the leaf to grow, I mean, it will grow a leaf, but in order for a leaf to grow like quicker, the stem needs to know that it has that support. And some are fine, but with things like this that have bigger leaves, yeah, they definitely need that support. And I know, you know, we all love a good hanging plant, but trellises will do the Hoyas good. Okay, so this is what this one looks like. I gotta scoot back, but yeah, it's so cute. I'm so happy that I got this potted. I'm gonna move it over here to this table right here. And the next one I'm gonna be potting it's a Scindipsus dark form. It's in the same family as the Scindipsus Moonlight Tribute. I actually got this for free with this purchase. You know, the Latofia was, I went a little ham around my birthday, so I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't cheap. It was actually like, it wasn't that bad. Let me stop. It wasn't that bad. The thing was, the shipping from Indonesia cost about the same as the plant. So I mean, but this is cool because I wanted one of these anyway. It wasn't high on my plant list and I didn't want to spend that money, because here like a cutting is pretty expensive, and especially now with the plant gouging, like that's insane how much plant prices have gone up. So I'm so lucky to have bought a majority of my wish list plant before that spike, because y'all, it's crazy. But yeah, you can see that the roots, I mean, for some reason it tends to focus on my face, but you can see the roots are pretty big. And I'm gonna actually be potting it in this old tea canister. My best friend always gets me this tea whenever I'm not feeling well, so it's probably like once a year. I really don't get sick, so maybe once a year my throat might have an itch. And then it's cinnamon, it's hot cinnamon sunset. I just like the way the can looks, and it's hella cute. So I'm gonna put it in this, and I drilled some holes in it. And I can make a video on how to drill holes into like ceramic pots, or just old, you can use anything really, like an old bowl. And all you need is a diamond drill bit and a drill. So I can do that. It's super easy. If I can do it, y'all can do it, period. So yeah, we're gonna use this. It's really cute. It's like a orangey, like a burnt orange, and like it has like blue, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I can't think. But yeah, this is in sphagnum too, so I'm just gonna massage it out. Oh, look at this. Ooh. Root porn, y'all. I gotta take another selfie. Gotta take another selfie. So this one's coming off pretty easy. Like, just basically fall off. Yeah, and the roots look really good. It's been sitting in there for the same amount of time as the Latofia, and yeah, that rootage looks really great. So yeah, I think it's gonna look really cute. And then once it gets a little longer, I'll chop and prop it. I am gonna put a little bit more soil into this mixture because it does like to be moist, not wet but moist. I get dirt everywhere all the time. It just looks a little weird to me because I'm so used to such a chunky mix that like this with mostly soil just looks like I don't have enough. Hey, Naz. I'm watching my sister's cat this week. He's like, what are you doing? I wish he would like come up, but I don't want to bother him because he's still getting used to my environment. Hi, Naz. He's just smelling the soil. His name is Naz. He's like super cute. I didn't ask if I was allowed to take pictures of him, but I'm just gonna leave him alone. I really want to post him, but I guess I need to ask her if I can post pictures of her cat. Just mixing it up, and then I'm going to just adding just a little bit more to the mixture. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Monty? I'm just using my hands because they're the best tools, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I like the feeling of soil, but I know some people, they don't really care for that. So, put this back in there, and then take a look. This is gonna be super cute, especially when I'm able to propagate it. Can't wait. And I'm just gonna put a layer of orchid bark on top. Yeah, that's cute. Just try to wiggle it over in the middle. Okay, yeah, that's cute. Look, Colada, I'm reusing it. But yeah, it's super cute. This is dark one. Okay, I'm just gonna add some support on here, and I probably will stick this back in because it's been growing in the mini greenhouses down here. I have 2 of the IKEA mini greenhouses. I wish I had enough room to get one. I really want those IKEA cabinets that people have been turning into greenhouses. I really want one, but I just don't have the room right now. And I'm just like, I've been like scavenging my mind, like, where can I put it? And my husband has like a game room, and there's a lot of room in there, so I'm like, maybe I can just throw it in there. But I'll let him have his space. But yes, I'm just giving it a little bit of support. It's not long enough for me to wrap it around it, but maybe that will help stimulate some more growth. It does have a new leaf coming in. Not sure if you can, maybe you can see it more from back here. Yeah, right here. There's a new leaf coming in. So yeah, this is super cute. Super happy. And so I have 3 of these. One is already potted. I want to just put these together. They're the Calistropha Hoya. Don't know if they're long or short stem, but they all look pretty much the same. This one, I mean, these 2 look more similar than these 2, but they're in the same family. It'd be okay. But I just want to put these together into one pot, or at least 2 of them. Let me just see how it fits. But yeah, I got this really cute pot. This is like I have this one in like a geometric shape one that I got from Casey's Kind of Greenhouse, and whoever made, I don't know, I'll have to look up the person who actually creates these pots. But it's such a pretty green. I haven't been able to find anything else like it. And they're like super heavy too, so it's super sturdy. Let me get the other one. I have my watermelon, the shitty eye in it. Yeah, look how cute that is. And you know, this looks so cute in it, and it's like heavy. Like, it has to be like 5 pounds, so it's like really good quality. I love it. So I think I got this one first, the round one. I just didn't have anything to put in it yet. And then I got that one. So yeah, if you're in Kansas City, go get some of that pottery because super cute. So this one has been growing in leca. You can see a lot of the rootage at the bottom. And I'm going to be taking her out of there. Let me just clean this up real quick. Yeah, so a lot of the stuff I got around, like I said, my birthday. I want a little ham. On the imports. I'm trying to decide if I can fit all 3 or not. Let me just take the ones that are propagating out first and see how that looks. Oh, this bag will be dry. So here's this one. The roots are pretty small. It's a little dry. I'm gonna water it in a second. It's okay. It's okay. And I'm just kind of rolling the leca out. And I'm just gonna remove what I can. So my camera cut off, but I don't know where I was at. But with leca, I'm just removing what I can, because some of, like, closer to the top in this part, they're pretty stuck on there because, I mean, obviously the roots have been on there a little bit longer. And what I'm just gonna do is just leave that on there, or try to wiggle them off. I don't know, this one seems pretty stuck. I don't want to move it. And yeah, these three are going to stay on there. But with leca, when I propagate with leca, I only use water. And that's a big question that I had for a while, because I was just so intimidated by leca because of all the, like, it's not like it's a lot, but the chemicals that go into it, it was just like, I don't know, my brain is weird, because I'd be like, I don't know if I can handle that. I just want to water my plants. So yeah, so I like propagating in leca. I do still like dirt for my plants, so that's the main thing that I'm going to be using. But yeah, so when you propagate it, you could just propagate it with the water. I think there's room for all three of them in here. Hold on. See, like, this is what it looks like with the two. And if I put the three, it'd be pretty crowded. Just processing my mind with you guys. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do all three of them. It'll be okay. So it might have, yeah, some of the roots were a little stuck on the side. So I'm gonna put a little bit. Go ahead and reuse this. It hasn't been in there for that long. Put that in there. And I like that this one has the stem growing, and this one, is that a peduncle? Oh my god, y'all. It's growing a peduncle. Can you see it? Right here. Oh my god, it's growing a peduncle! My Hoyas love me. Because I have my Corona Black is growing a peduncle too. And this is, oh, this is so amazing. It's like having a little baby. I feel like such a proud grandparent. So hopefully this doesn't ruin it, but I'm so happy that it at least started it. Oh my god, y'all, I'm so happy. Okay, so the peduncle, if you don't know, those are where the Hoya's flowers come out of. That's so crazy. Oh my gosh, I feel so excited. Let me take a selfie. Oh no, I'm sorry. You're like, girl, stop taking pictures. I'm so happy. This is a good repot. This is a good repot, guys. I'm so happy. So yeah, the peduncle, if you don't know, are where the Hoya's flower comes out of, and it's a little bit different from the stem. It's a little bit stubbier. It has like I'll insert a picture or a close-up of it, and once you see how it starts off, like, you'll be able to notice anytime a peduncle is coming. So that is so cool. I'm so happy. Or maybe I should just put these two in there, because I'm not liking the way it looks, like crazy full. Yeah, I think I'll just put two and let that one keep propagating. I'm gonna put that in the leca. Let me just take some of this out of here. Remix it. I got too excited. I got ahead of myself. Okay, so I'm just gonna put two of them in there and let the other one continue to propagate a little bit more. I think it needs a little bit more work, if I'm being honest. But yeah, and the one that was growing the peduncle is the one that has been in my little greenhouse, my IKEA greenhouse, and it's on the bottom shelf of this cabinet. I got it from IKEA. I can put the link down below. And the bottom shelf doesn't get very good light, so the light source is artificial light. Just dump it on the table, but not that you guys can see it, but maybe I'll show you a picture of it afterwards. But the light source is just a grow light, because it just doesn't get very good light down there, and I don't really have room other than the living room to keep my plants, because this is the best light in the house right here, and then my kitchen is right over there. My house is pretty small, but here in the kitchen have the best lighting, and the kitchen is not, I have plants everywhere that I could put plants. Everywhere else I just can't. So I'm just patting it in the soil, and then after this I need to do my micans. I've had it for a couple years now, and it's not doing bad, but it's not doing amazing either. It's still pushing out new growth, but I've noticed, like, you just know when your plant is off. Naz is like right here by the camera. Oh, you want to come over here, Naz? But you just know when your plant is off, and I can just tell, like, it's not the same. And I just think that it needs a little bit of fresh soil, because it's been in that soil for 2 years, so it's probably lacking in some nutrients and just needs a little freshen up. But yeah, look how cute this is. It's the perfect plant for this, and I'm gonna be watering these and rinsing off, and I'll show a clip of the finished product. But look how cute. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, so let me just put this one in the let go. So yeah, and just like I said, my micans is doing well. It's still having a bunch of new growth. It just needs some fresh soil. That's all. A little TLC. And it's honestly been long overdue, if I'm being honest. So I'm gonna get, I'm gonna get a trash bag to put that soil in, and then make just a little bit more soil mixture, and be right back with my micans. So here is my Big Mama micans. Like I said, it's still doing pretty well. I just think that a lot of the older leaves are turning you know, that reddish color that it turns once it's about to unalive itself. But I know that the older leaves, but I still feel like it just needs some fresh soil. I just haven't put it off so long, because replanting big plants like this, like you can see, she's pretty long, and she could be longer, but I keep her at the height that she's at because I don't want my kids to pull on her. And I'm depending on the root, how the roots look, I mean, she's gonna go back in here regardless. I don't have anywhere. I don't have another pot to put her in. But I have a trash bag right here, and we're just gonna see, you know, try to get her out of here and get her some fresh soil. And you know, I did check for pests. She had no signs of pests, so that is, you know, a blessing. Oh, so she's pretty root bound. That might be another issue, but I don't think that she has enough roots to not go back in there. Even though her roots are circulating, if I just massage them around, she still has room to go back in there. I don't want to put her in a bigger pot and it be, you know, that's a whole nother issue of overwatering. So I'm just going to massage her roots out and put her back in there. She's not that root bound to where she can't go back in. So yeah, I think, so I'm glad I haven't pulled her out either since I got her like 2 years ago. So yeah, I'm just gonna massage around there and keep the middle part maybe about the same, so I can keep it intact. It's hard to repot like pothos, philodendrons, and things like that when they're like this super long. To me, they are super intimidating. But the soil is coming off really easily. Her roots look really good, strong. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of the times with nursery soil, well, with this nursery, I feel like their soil is pretty good, but with a lot of other nurseries, like the water never goes to the middle part. It just only gets watered on the outside. So depending on where you get it from, I mean, you're gonna have to put, I usually repot other things sooner than this one. Hey Naz, can you see Naz? Yeah. Hey. I will pet you, but my hands are all covered in dirt. I want to get you dirty. But yeah, There was some root fallout, but that's okay. Just gonna cut this one root that doesn't look too hot, but for the most part it doesn't look like it has any too much root damage, so that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, so she's gonna get some fresh soil, and yeah, so here's her roots. She's definitely gonna go back in there. There's not enough, she doesn't have enough roots to not go in there. Just cutting off some roots that are like not really attached. Okay, that was a lot less scarier than I thought. So, and I like this. I like this. It's white, and you know, it's nice. Like, it doesn't look like a nursery pot too much. I like those pots that don't really look like the green ones. I don't really care for, but the black and white ones, I like those. They're pretty. They go with the aesthetic well. Even though I don't really have an aesthetic in my house, it's just whatever I can keep clean up in this mug with these kids. So I'm just mixing up the soil a little bit because I did add, you know, just a little bit. So this one is not as aerated as I normally would, but again, like pothos, philodendron, things like this, they need a little bit of extra soil because they like to be more moist than, like, you know, a Hoya. So I really don't have a lot of, most of my plant collection are Hoyas. Like, that's my favorite, what do you call it, genus. Woo. Help me, Lord. It's so scary. Hey, Ness. So yeah, this is a good repot. This is a good repot. I'm excited. I don't have, there's not really no damage. I'm not seeing bug problem. Because if y'all, like I said, if y'all follow me on Instagram, two of my plants, my husband playing with our son, two of my plants did have mini bugs, and I'm sure like there's other plants. But so when it first started, it was my Crimson Princess and my Crimson Queen Hoya that got the mealy bugs, and I saw them randomly here and there. And then I introduced ladybugs, and let me tell y'all, don't sleep on ladybugs, because they did their thing. They went in for it. They went straight in attack mode. Excuse me, and it got it down. And then when the ladybugs were gone for a while, and that's when I noticed that I seen them on two other plants, and I inspected all my other plants, and I didn't see any more besides those two. So I went and bought ladybugs, because when I did have the ladybugs, they were in here. Like, I did like 2 rounds, and then I was like, okay, that should be good enough, but I should have kept them rounds because it would have helped prevent it. So my Crimson Queen has it again, and I mean, I repotted her. I gave her fresh soil. I quarantined her. So I'm just doing the same thing. Well, I'm not giving her fresh soil. I did sterilize her soil, and she's quarantined with the other Hoya. It's my Hoya Hawaiian Purple Pubicaix. Y'all know I suck. But at pronunciations. But yeah, they're quarantined in my sewing room. And they have ladybugs, and I introduced some more ladybugs around his house. So yeah, hopefully, you know, I've heard that mealybugs was a pretty bad problem this year, so you know, it just is what it is, especially with plants. Like, there's no way to really avoid it. At some point in your plant journey, it's gonna happen. And that's something that I learned from some moraine oaks. And I just love how she just doesn't even make a big deal about it. She was just like, I got it, I'm gonna treat it. That's my anxiety having self would be like, oh my god, I got mealybugs. Okay, so she is good to go. Ooh, that was the lid of that. I'm gonna have to like untangle her a bit. She got a little tangled. So I'm gonna give her good water, and I'm excited. I feel like she's gonna love this new soil. So I'm gonna take them to the restroom, give them a good soak. and rinse off and then show you guys. I'm just gonna insert in a clip of how they look. Now, ooh, nice. Hey man, what's that? Oh, you got food. We're eating good. See, life with kids and a cat. I want a cat, but my husband's not really a cat person, so I can only live through my sister and my niece. And he's the cutest. Say hi, Ness. Okay. So I'm going to give her a rinse off. This is all I have to repot today. You know, stick around to see what they look like all clean and polished once I rinse them off. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Okay, so here is the Micans repotted in the same pot, but still looks gorgeous. Okay, so here is the other three that I repotted, the Hoya Calistropha, and you can see the bloom right here coming out. I'm gonna turn it around so you can see it. It's so pretty. There it is right there. Cannot wait. And then the Scandipsis dark form, and of course the Hoya Latofia. So that is all for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.